Here's a question. Are you giving up on your garden during December? If you are, you're making one of the biggest gardening mistakes. In Zone 7, winter doesn't mean the end, it's actually the beginning of something amazing. Today, I'll show you exactly what to plant this month to set your garden up for a thriving, vibrant year ahead. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. December might feel like a slow time for gardening, but in Zone 7, it's anything but. The mild winters in this zone create unique opportunities to get a head start on the next growing season. Whether you're planting cold-tolerant vegetables, setting up perennial crops, or even starting flowers and herbs indoors, December is the secret weapon for gardeners who want their gardens to stand out. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to plant and how to prepare so your garden thrives like never before. Let's get started. Here's the thing, most people believe gardening is a warm weather activity. They assume the colder months are a time to sit back, relax, and wait for spring. But that's where they go wrong. If you're not planting or preparing in December, you're missing out on key opportunities to create a garden that's healthier, more productive, and more beautiful. The challenge? Knowing what to plant and how to make the most of this time. That's exactly what we'll cover today. Let's start with vegetables, because fresh, homegrown produce is the heart of any thriving garden. In Zone 7, the cooler temperatures and occasional frosts are actually beneficial for certain crops. Garlic. If you haven't planted garlic yet, now is the time. Choose a sunny, well-drained spot, break your bulbs into individual cloves, and plant them about 6 inches apart and 2-3 inches deep with the pointy side facing up.
Cover the bed with a thick layer of straw or mulch to protect against freezing temperatures.
By midsummer, you'll have robust, flavorful bulbs ready to harvest. Shallots, similar to garlic, shallots thrive when planted in winter. They grow slowly over the colder months, allowing their roots to establish. Plant them in loose soil with good drainage, and you'll enjoy their mild, sweet flavor by late spring or early summer. Spinach. Spinach is surprisingly resilient to cold. Choose a winter-hardy variety like Bloomsdale and sow the seeds directly into your garden bed. Spinach grows slowly during winter but produces an early harvest of tender, nutritious leaves as soon as temperatures warm up. Carrots. For those who enjoy sweet, crunchy carrots, planting in December is a great idea. Cold weather helps enhance their natural sugars. Use a cold frame or row cover to protect young seedlings and keep them growing steadily. These crops aren't just tough, they actually perform better in colder conditions, making them perfect choices for December planting in Zone 7. If you're looking for long-term rewards, December is the ideal time to plant certain perennials. These crops will establish their roots over winter and return stronger year after year. Asparagus? Asparagus is a gardener's dream once established. It produces for decades. In December, plant dormant crowns in trenches about 8 inches deep. Fill the trench gradually as the plants grow, and by spring you'll see the first signs of tender shoots. Strawberries? Winter planting is key for strawberries. Location with rich, well-drained soil. Plant your runners, ensuring the crowns are just above the soil level. By spring, the plants will be rooted and ready to burst into growth. Rhubarb. Rhubarb thrives when planted in cool weather. Look for dormant crowns and plant them in soil enriched with compost or manure. Make sure to give rhubarb plenty of space as it grows into large, leafy clumps over time. These perennials may take a little patience, but the payoff is worth it. Plant them now and you'll reap the benefits for years to come. Flowers play a crucial role in any garden, providing beauty, pollinator attraction, and even pest control. December is the perfect time to set the stage for stunning blooms in the spring. Bulbs. If you haven't planted spring blooming bulbs like tulips, daffodils, or hyacinths, don't worry, it's not too late. These bulbs need a chilling period to develop properly. Plant them in clusters for a natural, dramatic effect, and make sure they're in well-drained soil to avoid rot. Winter hardy and cheerful, pansies can add instant color to your garden. Plant them in containers, garden beds, or window boxes, and enjoy their bright blooms even in cold weather. Hellebores, often called the Christmas rose, hellebores bloom in late winter or early spring, just when you need them most. Plant them in partially shaded areas with rich soil for best results. Adding flowers in December ensures your garden isn't just productive, it's also a visual masterpiece. Healthy soil is the foundation of every great garden, and December is the perfect time to improve it. Add organic matter, use compost, well-rotted manure, or leaf mold to enrich your soil. Spread a thick layer over your garden beds and let it break down over the winter. Test and amend soil. A simple soil test can reveal what your garden is missing. If your soil is too acidic, add lime. If it's too alkaline, use sulfur to adjust the pH. These changes take time, so starting in December gives them a chance to work before spring. Mulch. A layer of mulch protects your soil from erosion, keeps weeds at bay, and helps retain moisture. Use straw, bark, or even shredded leaves as mulch. Cover crops. If you have empty beds, plant cover crops like clover or rye. These green manures protect the soil and add nutrients when tilled under in spring. Investing in your soil now means healthier, more productive plants next year. While the outdoor garden might slow down, you can still grow plenty indoors. Starting seeds or small plants inside not only keeps your gardening spirit alive, but also gives you a jump on spring. Herbs, basil, cilantro, and parsley grow beautifully on sunny windowsills. Keep the soil slightly moist and you'll have fresh herbs all winter. Microgreens, these are packed with nutrients and super easy to grow indoors. Use shallow trays and scatter seeds like arugula, mustard, or radish. In just a couple of weeks, you'll have a harvest ready for salads or garnishes. Seed starting. Start slow-growing crops like tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants indoors in late December. Use grow lights to ensure they get enough light and you'll have strong seedlings ready to transplant. Indoor planting is a simple way to keep your gardening momentum going through the colder months. Here's what it all comes down to. December is not a time to rest, it's a time to act. By planting cold, hardy vegetables, establishing perennials, preparing your soil, and even starting seeds indoors, you're laying the foundation for a garden that doesn't just survive but thrives. The work you do this month will pay off in bigger harvests, healthier plants, and a more beautiful garden. Zone 7 gardeners, don't underestimate December. From garlic and spinach to asparagus and rhubarb, the possibilities are endless. Prepare your soil, plant your flowers, and start your seeds indoors. Everything you do now sets you up for a garden that will turn heads and make you proud. Subscribe for more tips or watch the next video to keep growing your skills.